Not a ton. I know they're rather new in terms of being competitive faces and things like that. I've played QuarPi a few times, pretty
Yeah,
closely. Seen QB before, but don't know too much about how they play things. Well, very interesting
yeah.
to see.
I've fought both players, and like I think they might have contrasting play styles like to each other. It's like Corpi tends to be like a slower player if you compare it to like QB, you can go like 2.7. So I'm actually really curious how this matchup will play. Yeah. Yeah. Like currently, Corpi is currently in the. I mean, I would say that like he's down stacking, but did make a little miss drop. Like, and meanwhile, QB is currently trying to pressure, but right now it's a pretty cheesy game.
Yeah, Corby able to really throw on some speed there and get out of a sticky situation, and now it's time for some pretty big pressure. How the turntables.
Indeed.
Um,
Literally, one spike changes everything. Instant.
yeah, but QB looking for a bit of a spike of their own, and Corpy has the cancel, so I'm still kind of in this bit of a middle game here. Oh, and
Yeah,
Corpy finding another really big spike.
yeah. I would say Corpai's win condition would be the spikes, and does look like they're able to like actually like squeeze out a lot of speed compared to what the stats say.
Yeah, definitely. And now playing certainly a little bit faster. They've really only sped up through this entire round here. Starting off, I think I saw like maybe like 1.8 or something like that. Now playing a comfortable 2.4.
Yeah, the speed is definitely going to be helpful, especially with like someone like QB. Like, look at that. Like, it's been like almost 2 minutes, and like QB is saying consistently at like almost basically 2.7. Uh, so far,
Ooh.
it does seem like it just comes down to like until like one person messes up.
And as you say it, it happens. We see QB kind of going for a bit of a risky decision to fix a earlier mistake, and Corpy able to capitalize, send a lot of pressure right at that very moment, just as you said.
According to Keshi, QB got a 230-piece cheese PB today.
Woo!
Oh man,
That's
insane.
insane.
Yeah. Oh, wait. What's your best cheese?
Dude, you don't gotta do me dirty like this. I'm on stream. Come on.
Okay.
My best cheese race is not one but two sub 12 piece 10 lines. Thank you. Thank you. I did it
Rude.
all myself. Very pro. I'm probably like a low 300s. I gotta go
Pretty
back and I gotta go back and actually do it. I could definitely do better. It's just been a minute since I've sat down and said, all right, we're gonna sit here for 5 minutes and play cheese race.
Yeah. It's like it's funny with cheese race because like the like lower the block count is like normally the slower you have to go, and it's to the point where like you might just have a 20-minute cheese run or more.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, that O piece
Ooh,
at the very top.
that's a lot of clean pressure from QB. Yeah. Now it's tied up. But that's
Or by starting off with some LST stacking and tried to cancel. I guess maybe you're purposely faster. I don't know, but immediately
yeah.
canceling and getting down. Pretty good decision making that spike there and bailing on that immediately.
Ooh, that's a nice six combo. That's a lot of cheese.
And yeah,
Yeah, this is type of situation I think you're talking earlier about win condition being these big spikes. This is definitely a thing I think he could. That's gonna help him get there. Is all these big cheese stacks if he can do like that. If he can keep
Yeah.
that up too, that's gonna help things out. But doesn't look like that's happening just right now.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this is starting to be rough. I think Q is definitely like starting to like and a lot more cheese. And like, it's like compared with the beginning, I'd say both players are sort of like mellowed out, haven't really been like panicking as much. I mean, I guess the first couple of rounds is where you have to figure out your opponent, and now it's like
huge pressure from QuarPi right there. So he gets that multiplier down stack TSD and Tetris afterwards. The Cubi with some insane pressure of their own. The pass through, I think, probably going to help out Cubi here more.
Holy,
oh wow, but wow,
insane.
Yeah, QuarPi saved through some excellent cheese down stack. Well, yeah, earlier I said, like, I gotta actually have to sit down and want to play cheese race. QuarPi didn't really have much of a decision here. This Cubi said, I'm taking you there anyway. And this Fractal
going for it. It's big, like stacks, and it's really paying off.
Fractal Gambit paid off, really.
Cubi's pushing the speed even harder than before. Almost 3.5? Man. Oh, so like currently, oh, that was a little lag spike. Oh, it's done. Cross my head.
Ooh, QuarPi with a Fractal Tetris, and not even really taking all of it, as just the TSD Tetris and then a little bit more is enough to top out Cubi. Back in the race.
Yes, but currently it's actually pretty close. Looks like both players are actually pretty knowledgeable in PCs.
Both players finding the second Tetris PC.
So it looks like after the second PC, they're moving on to mid game, and who has the better mid game now? Let's find out.
Liking QuarPi's stack a whole lot, as he's got immediate access to that clean, and Cubi had to get through a lot of that cheese first, and now things are looking really weird. I mean, even with just that, even without those misdrops and just the eyepiece, things were looking kind of weird. And QuarPi just uninterrupted in the down stack, taking the round, evening things out.
Yeah. It's like I see the common scenario of like the defensive player who like whose win condition is the counter spike, and then the faster player whose goal is to pressure harder. And like I guess the main question is, which role do you think is harder, like being the one on the defense or the one who has the pressure?
I think being in the role of the initial pressure is actually kind of harder, because you've got to find a lot of the upstack, and like you have to find the source of the attack first. Whereas with counter spiking, like reacting, you kind of have the ability to expect what's coming. Although I guess it's more dependent, like you have to be more precise in your play. I think I personally like knowing what's coming, this sort of deal, and being able to react rather than kind of setting pace of things.
Yeah. It's like, I think I find it interesting because like when you're on the offense, it's like you have to like pressure your opponent out to the point where like they actually can't like, and maybe there is just too much pressure to handle, but at the same time, like if you go too greedy, then you're just gonna get caught out. So it's really difficult to find that balance. And when you're the defensive player, it mostly just comes down to like, well, it kind of is the same in a sense where like you have to get down, but you also have to balance like how much time can you spend on trying to make attacks from your opponent's garbage. So I guess like they could be around equal like difficulty in a sense, somewhat. But currently QuarPi going for another PC and managing to get the second one. They're really pushing Cubi up. This is really dangerous.
Yeah, Cubi under a lot of pressure and barely finding the way out. QuarPi doesn't have kind of really any remaining pressure to kind of worry about, but the garbage coming to the rescue here for QuarPi, giving him some free pressure here to continue the assault.
Yeah, but Cubi here with a good double Tetris.
Yeah, some amazing survival.
Multiplier.
Wow! Just in the nick of time, QuarPi with the TSD Tetris.
Very nice survival, but has a little bit of cheese to get through.
That's a lot of it of cheese.
Oh my god.
Wow, oh my god. Incredible down stack and a great TSD right there. What a great find. Keeping some pressure.
Oh man. It's like now QuarPi is the one with the efficiency. Holy.
That Z spin. Woo boy.
That
was hot. QuarPi on fire right now.
Indeed, but like, let's see now in a currently awkward situation.
And now it's 5-4. But look, QuarPi definitely like keeping it very, very close. It can really go either way. The question is like how much of Cubi's attack are they gonna tank? Because like this look like the cheese is from QB's side. It's QB sending cheese is a little rough. It's like when you're against players who have to depend on the garbage. It's like, and you just send like a lot of cheese, then it's just a huge amount of patience just to like wait until the right opportunity to like strike. But as we say so, we can see QB is starting to have a bigger point lead. It's now match point.
Yeah, QuarPi kind of struggling that round to really find any big counter spikes back. As Cubi keeping it super cheesy in the beginning, and there's a bit of an interesting cancel, I think, earlier on, like cancels, and I'm not going for this. And oh no! Woo!
That's a misdrop, but that's 2 eye
Barely
spins.
getting those eye spins in time.
Yeah, but still.
But I don't think this leaves QuarPi in a really good spot.
Very dangerous situation. It's like even now when his board is clean, they still have to find a way to actually get out of this mess.
I don't think there's a way out of this one, though.
Yeah. That's game. This is...
That's a huge amount of pressure from QB, and like quite the overwhelming force.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
QB really unlocking kind of that matchup at the end there and able to take 3 in a row is a big way to shut it out.
yeah,